dominant performances, and then Meme enduring the eyeball crowd.
Folks, it's time for the main event. Let's get it counted down. Everyone, come close to me. Come close to me. Okay. Let's do it. Let's get a nice round circle. Are we ready? Nice big.
3, 2, 1, Tetris! And here we go, the first round of grand finals. Meme versus Alex Thatch.
And I remember the year that Alexei Pajitnov also showed up here and was also surprised by all the stuff that was going on. So it's just great to see all of this here. So, by the way, the Matcherino is now at $20,000. Thank you guys for the donations. We see shall be satisfied with a $2,222 donation and 94 cents. Wow, thank you, shall be satisfied. Appreciate it very, very much. All right, and again, this is the grand finals here. Alex T, Meme, playing on one of the oldest versions of Tetris in existence here. That is, of course, NES Tetris here.
Yes, it is a best of 5. These players have to win 3 games in order to take home that golden T-piece trophy.
And some of the developing meta over the years, our rule sets have changed somewhat, but the thing that remains constant is the players try to earn 4 line clears in a row. What you just saw there, boom, Tetris or Meme, it scores several times the amount of points that any other line clear will. So setting up a stack, usually having a well on the right, like you see there with Meme's board now, and then waiting for that long bar, and then dropping it down in there, getting the 4 line clears and a Tetris. If you do that successfully, then you definitely will outscore your opponent if they're not doing that.
Right. And important to note too, if a lot of people who are watching this are familiar with modern Tetrises, there's going to be a lot of like T-spins and back-to-backs and such. NES Tetris, this is as pure as you can get. You just get Tetrises, and that is the best way to score.
And the other difference between this and modern Tetris is that the drop behavior is much more strict. Once a piece locks down, that's it. You can't move it or flip it anymore. Yeah. And it's deceivingly difficult to maneuver your pieces. Yeah, like something like Alex Thatch did there, where there's a spire up in the middle. You actually kind of have to vault the piece over that, otherwise it'll get stuck and it could result in a top out.
Not to mention that because this is NES Tetris, it's not like you're guaranteed a long bar. There is a randomizer, so you'll occasionally see down at the bottom that there will be red flashing numbers, and that indicates how long it's been since the last eyepiece. And so these players are not only having a fight against, really strict drop behavior, but also the potential of not getting not just necessarily an eyepiece, but any piece that they're looking for.
Yeah, we've been talking a lot about, the other Tetris games like Tetris the Grandmaster. We've been talking about Tetris Effect Connected. And when you play those, you'll also see they have hold pieces, multiple previews. Mm-hmm. And as you can see here, they've only got 1 preview piece on the screen at once. And it is one of the reasons why we play this version of Tetris in particular here, because it is considered kind of like the hardest Tetris out there.
Yeah, the Dark Souls of Tetris, if you will.
It's very unforgiving, and the players who have a lot of skill on this game have had to endure all of those sort of like challenges and overcome them and still enjoy playing the game. Sometimes you try to make a game too forgiving and then the challenge isn't there anymore, but this is definitely one of the harder versions of Tetris to get into for sure.
Yeah, so
but you know what the crazy thing about it is? These 2 players up here are making it look so easy.
Yes. Kind of like the reminder,
Yeah, and trust me, it is not as easy as they are making it look. It is taking a lot of skill, a lot of practice, a lot of strategizing, and a lot of experience to get to this level.
And especially, this is just one speed of the game that they play on. Once we reach that 130 line mark, then we increase the speed as we go to level 19. Mm-hmm. And it will be that same speed up until level 28 before we increase it again at level 29. And then again for a final time at level 39, which we dub as the super kill screen.
Originally, when we first competed on this, we didn't have the super kill screen. We just had the one that happened naturally at level 29, but players are able to develop a hand technique to input left and right on the D-pad so fast that you could maneuver the pieces left and right and no longer became a true kill screen. So increasing the speed again at 39 sort of extended the design intent that the developers had and end the game so we don't have the game going on forever. For 1 year, we did have without the super kill screen, players were using the rolling technique. That's a technique where you use your fingers on the back of the controller to get those inputs super fast. And now you see at level 19 that meme just passed, the speed has increased. Tetrises are worth a little bit more, and it will remain this speed until level 29.
And right now, Alex T is going to also transition. So 600,000 to 608 meme currently in the real-time lead, but Alex T is almost a level behind. And down at the bottom, you'll also see James Shin's favorite statistic, the Tetris rate as well.
Yeah.
Would you like to explain that for us, James Shin?
It's just basically how many of your lines that you have, gotten rid of, burned, essentially, were in Tetrises, and is the clearest indication of who is in the lead in the match is the Tetris rate.
Slight mischief by Alex. Now he's got to burn that off. And when players have to burn, they lose what we call pace, or they lose efficiency, and you want to make every line clear that you can to Tetris to maximize that score and have the best efficiency. And the Tetris, the TRT that you see down there that James was just talking about, that is a reflection of that Tetris rate.
And one of the little interesting tidbits about the players here, Alex T's very first ever competitive match was against Meme in 2020 in CT Brawl with a loss. And so Alex T right here is trying to maybe get a little bit of revenge here.
Isn't that just an amazing? Oh, hold on, miss drop over there for Meme. One line gets burned, able to slide the piece underneath.
Wow. And again, this is not easy. What you're seeing these players do is absolutely incredible.
It is very precise, and now Alex T looking for an eyepiece, and fortunately comes a little bit too late.
Okay, doing some more burns over there, and actually going to be able to tuck that J piece in there. Beautifully done by Meme. And interestingly enough, I mean, you can see at the bottom of the screen there, seed 1 and 2, we had the qualifying rounds where you were just trying to get max outs, which is basically get 1,000,000 points. And person with the most max outs gets seed the highest. And so Alex T and Meme were actually seeded 1 and 2. And the only other times that we've actually ever had seed 1 and 2 go up against each other, it's only happened 4 times, in 2010, 2013, 2019, and 2022. But outside of that, it's never actually been seed 1 and 2 going up against each other.
Although I would say, we've been doing this 16 years. That's not a bad percentage. I mean, that means the quals are actually doing their job and predicting pretty well. If that's happened, maybe a third of the time.
There's another Tetris for Meme, Tetris for Alex T.
Max out for Meme.
We are getting closer to that second speed increase, level 29 speed.
Yeah.
And you'll get a chance to really see just how phenomenal and how intense it gets as players have to play a speed even faster than this.
Yeah, only made viable usually by the rolling technique to be able to move the pieces fast enough to even deal with it.
Okay, things are looking shaky.
Yeah.
Meme only has 1 line left to burn. And
holding out
goes
for
for
that
the
long
tuck.
bar.
Yeah,
Needs this
where's
long
the long bar?
There's
No,
a
there
skip.
it is. Okay.
Good burns. As you can see, the speed has increased. Meme trying to stay alive, holding out for the long bar, but we're running into a drought as indicated on the bottom left, and still waiting for the eyepiece. And it's nowhere to be found. This drought is massive over.
And yeah, Alex has to deal with it too.
Beautiful burning. Look at this.
Both players are.
Wow, a Tetris for Meme. And burned all the way back down at the same time.
Yeah, maintaining a lead now. Not quite a Tetris, but a lead nonetheless.
And there it is, another Tetris for Meme,
Okay.
and Tetris for Alex T.
And keep in mind, too, the speed that we're seeing here was previously thought to be unlivable. This was called the kill screen originally, but the technique, as you mentioned,
Yes.
Chris, called rolling, changed the way this game was played forever.
Oh, wow.
It's just back and forth Tetrises between these
Both
two.
players are just playing so well right now.
And they
Staying clean and bang down Tetrises at this speed.
have to, because the opponent is just
Ooh,
pushing them so much. You cannot try to take it easy. You have to go for
Wow,
these
so
Tetrises.
aggressive by Alex.
Another Tetris score, and another Tetris score for Alex T.
And Meme with another Tetris. Wow, that's a
Oh
tuck.
my goodness.
Frame perfect tuck there by Meme.
Alex T still holding on to just under a Tetris lead now. Good
Set up for
skill.
another.
Look at the aggressive placements over there to the left. Having to bring the stack down. Meme with a couple of misdrops, and that's going to be a top out. Alex T
Takes the first round. What a ride.
And if he can win the next 2 games, he will have a completely flawless game, no losses in any games. 3-0, all of his opponents.
So dominant. I don't think we've seen, maybe the last time we've seen such a dominant performance was back in the Jonas Neubauer days.